Imagine standing at the base of a building so tall that the top almost disappears into the sky. For most of human history, buildings were limited by stone, wood, gravity, and fear. But today, skyscrapers have become symbols of ambition. They are not just places to live or work. They are statements. Statements that say, this city is powerful, this economy is growing, and human engineering is still trying to touch the clouds. And at the top of that race stands one building, the Burj Khalifa. Rising 828 meters above Dubai, the Burj Khalifa is still the tallest building on Earth. It is more than twice the height of the Empire State Building. It dominates Dubai's skyline, appears in movies, attracts millions of visitors, and has become one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. But the Burj Khalifa is not just impressive because it is tall. It is impressive because every part of it had to solve a problem. At that height, wind becomes dangerous. Pressure changes. Elevators need to travel enormous distances. Concrete has to be pumped higher than almost anywhere else on Earth. And the foundation has to support a vertical city built in the desert. The Burj Khalifa uses a bundled tube-inspired design with setbacks that spiral upward to reduce wind forces. Its shape is not just beautiful, it is aerodynamic. That is the secret behind the tallest buildings in the world. They are not just built upward, they are engineered against nature. Now, let's travel to China, home to some of the tallest skyscrapers ever built. The Shanghai Tower rises 632 meters above one of the world's most important financial cities. Its twisting shape looks futuristic, but it is not just for style. That spiral form helps reduce wind load, making the tower more stable and more efficient. Inside, the building is designed like a vertical city, with offices, hotel observation decks, and public spaces stacked into the sky. Shanghai Tower shows how modern skyscrapers are no longer just tall boxes. They are complex ecosystems. Next is the Abraj Al Bayt Clock Tower in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Standing at 601 meters, it is one of the tallest buildings in the world and one of the most visually dominant. But unlike many skyscrapers built mainly for business, this tower sits beside one of the most sacred sites in Islam. It serves millions of pilgrims who visit Mecca each year, with hotel, prayer spaces, shopping areas, and facilities designed around religious tourism. Its massive clock face can be seen from miles away, making it not just a building, but a landmark for an entire city. Then there is the Ping An Finance Center in Shenzhen, China. At 599 meters, it represents the rise of Shenzhen from a fishing village into one of the world's great technology and finance hubs. The tower was built to house offices, retail, and observation spaces, but its real meaning is bigger than that. It is a symbol of China's rapid urban growth. A skyscraper built for a city that itself became a skyscraper story. Fast, vertical, ambitious, and almost impossible to ignore. Across the world in New York City stands One World Trade Center. At 541 meters, it is the tallest building in the United States. But its height is only part of the story. Built after the attacks of September 11th, One World Trade Center is a symbol of resilience. Its design combines strength, security, and memory. The building rises from one of the most emotional sites in modern American history, turning tragedy into a statement of survival. Not every skyscraper is built only to impress. Some are built to remember. Back in China, the Guangzhou CTF Finance Center rises 530 meters above the city. It is part office tower, part hotel, part luxury development, and part symbol of Guangzhou's economic importance. Like many modern super-tall buildings, it focuses not just on height, but on efficiency. Its design includes energy-saving systems, high-speed elevators, and mixed-use spaces that allow thousands of people to work, stay, shop, and move through the building every day. Nearby in Tianjin, the Tianjin CTF Finance Center reaches 530 meters as well, with a smooth curved form that reduces wind pressure and gives the tower a sleek, futuristic appearance. Building at this scale is never simple. Engineers have to think about wind, soil, water, elevators, fire safety, emergency movement, and long-term maintenance. A skyscraper is not just architecture, it is a machine people live inside. Then there is Taipei 101 in Taiwan. For years, it was the tallest building in the world. At 508 meters, it may no longer hold the #1 spot, but it remains one of the most impressive skyscrapers ever built. Taiwan faces powerful typhoons and earthquakes, so Taipei 101 had to be built for survival. Inside the tower is a massive tuned mass damper, a giant suspended steel sphere that helps reduce swaying during strong winds and seismic activity. It is one of the clearest examples of engineering you can actually see. A giant pendulum keeping a skyscraper stable. Taipei 101 proves that height alone is not enough. The real challenge is staying standing. So what do all these towers have in common? They are built in different countries for different reasons with different designs. Some represent wealth, some represent faith, some represent finance, some represent memory, some represent national ambition. But they all show the same human instinct, the desire to build higher. Skyscrapers are modern monuments. Ancient civilizations built pyramids, temples, and cathedrals. Today, cities build towers. And just like ancient monuments, skyscrapers tell us what a society values. Dubai built the Burj Khalifa to announce itself to the world. Shanghai built upward to show economic power. Mecca built vertically to serve millions of pilgrims. New York rebuilt to symbolize resilience. Taipei engineered against earthquakes and storms. Every tower is a story in steel, glass, concrete, and ambition. But the race is not over. Future towers are already being planned to go even higher. The most famous is Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia, designed to pass the 1-kilometer mark if completed. That would make it the first building in history to reach over 1,000 meters. A true kilometer-high city in the sky. But building higher is getting harder. The taller a building gets, the more expensive and complicated every problem becomes. Wind becomes stronger. Elevators become more difficult. Foundations become more extreme. Safety systems become more complex. And at some point, the question becomes less about whether we can build higher and more about whether we should. Because the future of skyscrapers may not only be about height, it may be about sustainability, efficiency, livability, mixed-use design, and whether these towers can actually improve the cities around them. Still, one thing is clear. The world's tallest buildings are not just records in a list. They are proof of what happens when architecture, engineering, money, and ambition all point in the same direction: up. The Burj Khalifa may still reign above them all today. But somewhere, in some city, on some blueprint, the next tallest building is already waiting. And when it rises, it will not just change a skyline. It will become a new symbol of what humanity believes is possible.